Hello everyone, Master Alvaro here. I want to cover the knowledge domain for this week, week number 2, for all of you instructors and students out there at home. This is going to be our assault timeline. Now there's 4 moments of time related to self-defense. That's not just the actual critical incident. We have the pre-conflict stage, pre-contact stage, contact stage, and post-conflict. So first, the beginning. Before anything actually happens, this is considered the post-conflict, pre-conflict. In this stage, our goal is to prevent vulnerability, which means being overpowered, and accessibility, being able to physically get to you. Because most criminals don't have an alternate plan, but rather an alternate victim. We're going to do this by creating barriers, and we're going to cover the 3 types of barriers that we have. But the 3 ones are physical barriers, using the environment, visual barriers, meaning everything should be seen as a deterrent, and situational barriers, meaning never putting yourselves in a situation that can compromise your safety and always being safety conscious. And then also by being aware. Now when we talk about being aware, that's not being paranoid. The difference between being aware and being paranoid is irrational fear. So we're not afraid, we're just conscious of our environment and the people in it, and we're prepared to defend ourselves if necessary. From there, we're going to move on to the actual critical incident. In this moment, we have pre-contact, which is early identification of the attack. That means because you're aware, you realize something was going to happen, either by the attacker's body language, maybe his emotion, because emotion drives the action. His intimidating stare could be a verbal assault, displaying a weapon, anything that cued you to something that's going to occur. Initially, we need to create space. Now remember, space is called the reactionary gap. The more space you have, the more time you have. And if you have more time, you can come up with more options. Like who's involved? Do they have a weapon? Do I have a weapon? Where are my escape routes? If we cannot create space, then our second option is to use a preemptive response or preemptive strike, because action is faster than reaction. We're not going to wait to be attacked. We need to initiate some sort of movement. That way, again, we can get out of there and create space to go. Next, we have the contact stage. Now, how did the attacker get to you? Obviously, if we could have stopped the assault early enough, we would have done so, but assuming that we were either distracted, so we're not paying attention, or dealing with multiple attackers. Now the attacker has gotten to you and contact is made. They're punching you, kicking you, stabbing you, grabbing you, shooting you, whatever. The first thing we do is our 3-part process. Number 1, address the immediate danger, whatever the immediate threat is. If this was a gun defense, it would be the line of fire. Number 2, violently counterattack. Remember, real-life confrontations are stressful and emotional, and you need to be able to respond at that same level the attacker is attacking you with. Finally, we need to evacuate the danger zone. We need to get out of there. Our goal is to get away as quickly as possible, because the longer the altercation goes, the more risk is involved. Finally, post-conflict, once we get away from the danger zone, initially we're going to do a field check for injuries, meaning we're looking for blood or any extra holes, because once we get adrenalized, our pain threshold is going to increase, and we're not going to realize how damaged we are. We need to make a report to the proper authorities, and then deal with the residual effects of stress with rest. Again, as adrenalized as you get, once that dissipates, you're going to have the reciprocal effect, meaning you're not going to drop to your baseline, you're going to go past that. So again, this is our assault timeline. We want you to think about this, we want you to study this, we want you to memorize it, and then embrace these ideas conceptually. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.